Hi everyone, this is Peter McPhail with Lifestyle Properties of Maine. Have you been looking for a waterfront home on the East Coast? Today we're going to look at a 2 to 3 bedroom ranch style home on the tidal section of the Union River. And within just a matter of minutes, you can jump in your boat here, take the boat out into Union River Bay, into Blue Hill Bay, Mount Desert Island, over to Bar Harbor as well. The owners have been able to sit here on this bench next to me, and they've watched porpoises, they've watched seals, all kinds of birds, all kinds of wildlife here. Just a beautiful section of the river. But the neat part about this, if you've been looking for a waterfront home, this is a protective area. So if you're right out on the bold coast of the ocean, all these storms that we've had over the last few years, you're not going to get that here. You're very, very protected. So you're going to get the best of both worlds. You're going to have access to the ocean, but have some protection as well. Extensive landscaping here. We're going to take a look at that, take a look at the home. So thanks for joining me. Let's go take a look. All right, guys. So if you have a boat, here is the way down to the waterfront. We've got 1.6 acres on the Union River. There's 344 344 plus or minus feet on the river. And this has been surveyed. So there is a nice little beach area here when the tide is out. Today we're here at high tide. Let's continue the tour up around the property. Before we get inside the house, I did want to point out the perennial garden here at the front entrance. So you have all varieties of flowers that will be in bloom depending on the time of year. So there's always something going to be in bloom. So right now we have some asters and some anemones in bloom. Let's head into the house and take a look around. Entering into the house, we have a nice mudroom here. And we have ceramic tile flooring. And then, nice place, little bench here to take off your boots, hang up your jacket. And we do have a coat closet here as well. And some neat features of this house. Here's one of them, this pocket door. And the house was built in 2001. The flooring here, we have laminate pretty much throughout the entire house. The first bedroom, let's head in and take a look at that. Again, we do have a pocket door here as well. And the owner, the current owners, they're only the second owners. The original owners designed this home so that it would pick up when there's a full moon, and we'll look at it when we go into the master bedroom. So if you're laying in bed in the master, you'll be able to see the full moon through the placement of the windows, which is interesting. We do have casement windows here, and they're all Anderson windows. We have a closet here. And then we're going to continue the tour out into the living room area. So coming into the living room area, one of the nice features of this house too is the open floor plan. So you get a lot of natural light here. And in the living room, I am looking out towards the water, so you have a nice view of the water. And the heating source here, we have radiant heating, but also in the living room kitchen area, we have this propane stove for secondary heat. But we're going to head out onto this Four Seasons porch out here. This is a nice space. You can see the side yard. And out here we do have cathedral ceilings, and we do have a nice view of the water here as well. So before we continue the tour towards the other end of the house, I did want to show you off the Four Seasons porch here. It gives you direct access out to this deck area here, so you can enjoy obviously the landscaping. Nice place to sip on a cup of coffee and read a book. We'll head back towards the other end of the house and look at the kitchen first. But let's talk a little bit about the location here. We are in the city of Ellsworth, Maine. So Ellsworth is the county seat, and there's about 8,400 people here in the city of Ellsworth. You have some phenomenal restaurants here. You have Finn's Irish Pub. You have Pro Vendors, multiple places, really good restaurants. And then you do have the iconic LL Bean factory outlet here as well. If you want to catch a show at the theater, the Grand, that is a great place to catch a show there. Last year I went to the musical Elf, brought my brother Paul there, and it was quite interesting. It was actually a good show. And we've seen some comedy acts there as well. So we'll enter into the kitchen area. There's ample counter space here, food prep. And again, I really enjoy the open space here because from the kitchen sink, I still can see the view of the Union River from here. So maple, we have maple cabinetry, and most of the trim, actually all the trim in the house is hardwood maple, beautiful trim. Nice open glass cabinet here. We do have propane cook stove. And then we'll continue on. I want to show you the first bathroom in the house. So some of the accessibility features here in the house, this bathroom doorway, this hallway here, 36 inches wide. And then we do have another pocket door here. You can see this maple trim. It is really pretty. So the bathroom has tiled flooring. We do have a Corian solid surface countertop. Another accessibility feature here is the toilets are 17 inches high. And then we do have the jacuzzi tub here. So that's the first floor bath. This area here, guys, you could use this. You could have a little family room, game room, home office if you wanted to. But from here, we go into the master bedroom, but there's also access down into the daylight walkout basement. And that's a perfect spot to expand the size of the house. If you needed more than 2 bedrooms, the septic system, it's an engineered design system for 3 bedrooms. So the septic is ready in place for 3 if you needed that extra space. Let's head into the master. So the master bedroom here, guys. This currently has a queen size bed, but as you can see, there's tons of room for a king and all your other bedroom furniture here as well. So this is what I was talking about. The previous owner, the original builder of the home, she designed it so with these windows here, the windows behind me, when you're laying in bed, you're going to see the full moon. So it was really interesting design. And from here, where I'm standing, guys, I'm looking out right at the Union River. So really nice views from the master bedroom as well. Let's go check out the bathroom here. And one of the convenience things, again, pocket door, the wide door cases here. So you do have your first floor laundry. That's nice. Here in the master, guys, we do have ceramic tile flooring. Again, solid surface Corian. And then oversized, at least a 2-person shower here. Really nice. And I can see, again, from the bathroom, master bathroom, I'm looking out onto the river here. And I missed something I wanted to show you guys. We do have the built-in ironing board here. So I wanted to point out, as we're coming out of the master bedroom in the office area here, we have direct access to the 2-car garage. So ample space in the 2-car garage here. And there is a utility room. So the working components, some of the working components are here in the utility room. We have the heating system, the well expansion tank, the electrical panels in here. Coming in, back in from the 2-car garage. We're gonna head down into the daylight basement. So here we are, guys, into the daylight basement area. It's a walkout, and ceiling's already drywalled. Most of the walls have been drywalled, so it's basically a blank canvas for you. And I can envision down here a beautiful master bedroom suite, or even a guest suite down here. And there's room, so you could definitely do the bedroom suite, and then if you wanted like a game room, family room, there's plenty of space here for that. But as you can see, we have these windows across the waterfront side, letting in some nice natural light here. But tons of space, guys. It just, like I said, it's a blank canvas. Figure out what you'd want to do with it. And then from here, we do have access right out onto the front patio, the waterfront side patio. We do have a fireplace, a little fire pit out here. We'll go check that out. Very, very peaceful area here, guys. Very quiet. And some of the landscaping here is, we've got a wall of roses, and we got 3 different colors. You got pink roses, red roses, and white roses. So just a beautiful wall of roses. You're gonna get the visual effect plus the aroma of a rose, and then the views of the water here as well. So I'm standing here by the fire pit, but definitely, guys, you could have your chairs out here, have the fire going. On a clear night, you're gonna see all kinds of stars. If you're coming from the city, you've probably missed out on a lot of that, but you would take advantage of it here for sure. Listen, if you're new to the channel, or if you've been with us for a while and you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, please do. That'll help us produce some more content for you. Let's talk about the location of Ellsworth and distances. From Boston, Mass, we're about 4 hours and 15 minutes away. I got a funny story about that. I had a buyer about 30 years ago. His name was Danny from Mass, and he's like, boys, Pete, he's like, I don't want to drive 4.5 hours for some of your properties that you have for sale. And I'm like, Danny, it's worth a ride. And we talked on and off for about a year, and Danny ended up buying 2 waterfront properties from me. And we just had a squirrel run by the back of my cameraman there, and I think it jumped him a little bit. But well, anyways, Danny bought 2 waterfront properties, and he still owns them today. I think it was like 20, maybe 30 years ago. He still owns them and very happy with the properties. So worth a drive. As far as the international airport in Bangor, in the city of Bangor, it's about 45 minutes away. That's an easy drive. If you want to drive down to Bar Harbor instead of taking your boat, it's going to take you roughly 40 minutes to get into Bar Harbor from here. So it's all, you know, centrally located to some of the neat features that we have here in central Maine and coastal Maine. So coming up from the fire pit area, we do have, I just wanted to point out, we do have a generator hookup here. Just plug that in, start the generator here outside. This is just the service door into the utility room that was off the garage. And then we do have a shed here for your storage for your gardening tools and other things that you would need. Let's continue. We're going to walk down. I want to show you some more of the land and some of the trails that lead down to the waterfront. Well, guys, before we hit some of the trails down to the waterfront, I just wanted to take a minute to enjoy these asters here, sit on the bench and enjoy the view. But the perennial garden here, there's also some raised beds here for vegetables as well. Let's continue the tour down to the waterfront. So a really neat thing here, guys, it's a 1.6 acre lot, but the way with all the 344 feet of frontage, it feels like a much larger piece of property. I mean, your privacy, I'm not seeing any neighbors here. Beautiful spot. This is kind of a neat trail that takes us down to the point. You have these towering pine trees here that are probably a couple hundred years old. Got some hostas here as we come down. But there's a nice view on the point down here. Got some coastal fir and spruce trees here. So this bench here, we are high above the riverbank. So again, when I talked earlier in the video, I talked about, you know, you're protected from the severe storms and whatnot. Any coastal flooding, you're not going to have to worry about that here. We're going to continue on. I want to take you down to where if you're going to keep a boat, where that would be. So the forest here is beautiful. It's just some beautiful trees. We've got some cedars here as well. But this is going to take us right out to the main path, down to the waterfront. And be very, very careful. These roots are very slippery. Talking to my cameraman, he took a big digger earlier today and just about did it again. We were laughing about it. I was like, Joey, I got to get you on film, man. That would be a great blooper reel. But this is right where we basically started the video, guys, right down at the waterfront. Beautiful spot. I've heard nothing but squirrels and birds here since we've arrived. Just very peaceful location. So let's recap what we've looked at here today, guys. We are on the Union River in Ellsworth, Maine, direct access to the ocean here. The home was built in 2001. We have 2-bedroom, 2-bath, again, expandable to a 3rd bedroom. The septic's designed and ready for that. The 2-car garage, 1.6 acres, 344 feet of frontage. And again, thanks for joining me today, guys. This has been Peter McPhail with Lifestyle Properties of Maine. Look forward to seeing you again real soon. So right now we have some asters and some anemones. What do we do?